Carney said elbows up. We're going to fight Donald Trump, he said. But how can you fight when you're bending the knee, though? Literally elbows down, ass up. It is absolutely embarrassing, right? Trump is literally oiling us up right now. He's got the Astroglide and he is licking his lips because come July 21st, Carney is hoping to announce a trade deal with the United States. But if this latest move is anything to go by, Mr. I'm a great negotiator is literally going to give Trump everything he wants. Mr. Elbows Up is going to get Canada fucked 6 ways to Sunday. I'll tell you what I'm on about. Carney just rescinded the digital services tax. It was supposed to kick in today. The DST was going to affect mega companies that offer digital services and earn more than 20 million in revenue from Canadian sources. So giants like Amazon, Apple, Airbnb, Google, Meta, Uber, those kind of companies would have been affected and they would have been taxed 3% on the money they make from Canadian users and customers. The DST was supposed to take effect on June 30th. I said that. Now, this has been in the works since 2019. And you know what wasn't a secret? That the United States did not like it. So for a long time, it looked like Canada was going to go through with it anyways. Trump then abruptly canceled all trade talks with Canada last Friday, no doubt because some of the tech bros were probably whispering in his ear. He came out with cannons blazing on Friday. Here's what he posted on Truth Social. So Trump said, we have been informed that Canada, a very difficult country to trade with, including the fact that they have charged our farmers as much as 400% tariffs for years on dairy products, has just announced that they are putting a digital services tax on our American technology companies, which is a direct and blatant attack on our country. They are obviously copying the European Union, which has done the same thing and is currently under discussion with us also. Based on this egregious tax, we are hereby terminating all discussions on trade with Canada effective immediately. We will let Canada know the tariff they will be paying to do business with the United States of America within the next 7-day period. Thank you for your attention to this matter. I'm not going to sit here and say the digital services tax was a terrible idea in the first place. The tax was going to bring in $7 billion over the next 5 years. We need that revenue. Okay. Also, a lot of these tech companies have ways of avoiding paying taxes in Canada. They just make their money and they bounce. I have no sympathy for these companies. Make the big corporations pay all the tax as long as it doesn't mean more expensive Netflix for me. I'm not necessarily opposed to the digital services tax, but Carney has absolutely embarrassed every single Canadian by dropping it at this particular time, like just before Canada Day too, right? Way to stand up for a strong sovereign nation, eh? The optics of it is what is really pissing me off. Like, if they knew they were going to drop the DST, why not drop it 30 days ago or any time before Trump made a public show of having you by the family jewels? Like listen to this shit. Listen to this shit.
And we have all the cards. We have every single one. We don't want to do anything bad, but they have, economically, we have such power over Canada. I'd rather not use it, but they did something with our tech companies today trying to copy Europe. You know, they copied Europe. It's not going to work out well for Europe either, and it's not going to work out well for Canada. They were foolish to do it. And so I said, we're going to stop all negotiations with Canada right now until they straighten out their act.
Literally, you will do as you are told, and that is exactly what Carney has just done. Now, you've shown the bully that he can get whatever he wants. He can literally oil you up and have his way. This video should be sponsored by Astroglide. I'm serious. Like, here's why this is terrifying for me. July 21st is the deadline that Carney announced for finding a deal with Donald Trump. As much as Carney might want to play tough, we have more to lose here. We cannot afford a prolonged trade war with the United States. And Donald Trump is right. They have too much power over us. All the more reason to diversify to other markets, right? This should never be allowed to happen again. Now, to be fair, Carney has been doing a decent job in talking to Europe and other potential trading partners, but Trump is right. Canada does not have a lot of cards. So Carney is heading into this deal with his hands tied behind his back, and he has shown that he is willing to fold over. Now, knowing Trump, can you honestly say that he won't try to take advantage of that weakness? Can you really say that? I suppose if I was giving Carney the benefit of the doubt, as I like to do on this channel, you could say maybe he dropped the digital services tax in order to give Donald Trump a win. Trump is obviously all about the optics. He loves the optics of dominating his opponent. Is it possible that Carney is sacrificing this piece in order to get a bigger prize? Like, if Canada gets a good deal, none of this will matter, right? I mean, the DST wasn't a McCartney policy. It is from the Trudeau era. So could it be that McCartney always intended to give that piece up just to give Donald Trump a win? I'm playing a bit of mental chess here, of course. I'm trying to make it make sense in my head. But what do you guys think? Why do you think McCartney dropped the DST right now? Now, obviously, now that the DST has been dropped on our side, the US has returned to the negotiating table. So I guess that's a positive. But it feels terrible when you have these children in the White House saying shit like this.
Prime Minister Carney in Canada caved to President Trump in the United States of America. And President Trump knows how to negotiate, and he knows that he is governing the best country and the best economy in this world, on this planet. And every country on the planet needs to have good trade relationships with the United States. And it was a mistake for Canada to vow to implement that tax that would have hurt our tech companies here in the United States. The president made his position quite clear to the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister called the president last night to let the president know that he would be dropping that tax, which is a big victory for our tech companies and our American workers here.
How long will this embarrassment continue? Please make it stop. I am beyond furious. I am embarrassed. Here's a question for you guys. In the broader trade negotiations, which will end July 21st, what will McCartney give up in order to appease Trump? Will it be enough, or will Trump just ask for more and more and more? Also, does any deal we sign with Donald Trump even mean anything at this point? What stops him from violating that deal next time he finds something he wants? Look, this is what the liberals advertised. McCartney, the great negotiator. This is what they advertised. All I see right now is him folding like a cheap tent. That's all I see right now. So I want to see some results. Now, I'm nervous. I'm just going to say this right now. I'm nervous about July 21st. You think it's my birthday. I just want to see this destructive trade war end. If we never have to talk about Donald Trump for the next 4 years, I would be grateful. I would be so grateful. Let's get this country moving. That's my hope. Look, I filled up the swear jar in this video. I'll try and keep it clean for the next little while. I've actually got a chill video planned for you guys tomorrow. You guys are going to love it. I want to know who is Canada's best premier right now. Now, to help me out, I've created a tournament where all the premiers will compete in elimination games till we crown Canada's best premier. I know you guys are watching from all over Canada, so you can get involved. You can tell me why your premier is the best or why they should absolutely not get anywhere near winning this thing, right? I live in British Columbia, and nobody can convince me that David Eby is a great premier. I can tell you right now, the spiciest matchup in the first round is Premier Daniel Smith of Alberta going up against Wab Kinew of Manitoba. Who do you guys think is the better premier? Anyways, you'll see all this in the video. I'm excited to tell you all about it in the video tomorrow. So subscribe so you don't miss out. I'll drop it tomorrow, okay? Happy Canada Day. Peace.